Hey. Well, I don't like doing that. Episode numero
12.
12.
Numero 12.
On a windy Saturday morning.
That'll be the curry you had last night.
Yeah.
How are you feeling this morning, by the way?
All right, actually, yeah. Yeah, not too bad. No, I'm all right. I did have a few waters last night.
That Cornish water gone straight to your head.
Yeah, no, it was all right. I feel good, you know. I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah. Yeah, well,
You
it's
felt
nice.
better?
I have felt better, but I think it's mainly just a little bit of fog. But, I
Your
think
eyes look fogged.
one day we should definitely do something on like alcohol and stuff like that.
Alcohol would be a good one. Addiction.
Yeah.
Never had an addiction, but I think
No.
it'd be quite an interesting
Never had a dick either.
addiction.
Yeah. So episode 12 is aptly named...
Influence of father figures. I keep forgetting it.
Yeah,
Influence
how
of
can you?
father. I don't know. My memory's not particularly good.
No.
I do wonder sometimes.
So
I've
the
got
influence-
like onset of like dementia or something. And that's not even a joke because my memory's so bad sometimes.
No, I know. I've noticed.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah, it has crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another one we could talk about.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know why I don't remember stuff sometimes. My memories usually, I remember stuff from the past if there's a feeling attached to it.
Yeah, okay.
Like whether it be negative or positive. Standard stuff I don't really remember. Like when we went to London like a month or so back, I don't really remember much of that. And I won't in a year's time probably won't rember any of it.
Nice, cheers, buddy. I'm
Yeah.
glad it was, because obviously...
Apart from you falling down the stairs when you're drunk.
You attach, nice memories to things, so it's
No,
nice
I remember
that
it.
you...
I had no feeling about it at all.
So episode
That's a
12...
battle. That wasn't a good... Was that a put on laugh?
Shut the fuck up. Behave yourself.
You could tell he's had a drink.
Episode 12, influence of a father figure.
That's what he's drinking. Yeah, influence of a father figure.
So,
Do you want to proceed?
yeah, I think, obviously, I think it'd be good for you to go first. And I only say that because...
How come? Because I said, do you want to kick it off?
I know, but it's the reason I'm saying that is because obviously you've got a father. And I think it would be quite interesting from it's quite a good topic for us to do because it's so different.
We've got two ends of the...
Spectramus.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds a bit like Harry Potter. So...
My dad's like my hero.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was his... turned 70 this year, yeah.
Does he know your name?
Does he know my name?
Yeah.
Oh, he calls me all sorts.
What does he call you?
Sarge,
Yeah, obviously. I mean,
rude
that's,
stuff.
Sarge is... I mean, that's pretty...
No,
yeah.
he's top. I love him dearly.
Oh, of course you do.
He's always been there. But not necessarily, because you don't love your dad.
I do. I love him to pieces.
Oh, I thought you were waiting for you to follow up on what the pieces part meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's always been... it's funny when you have kids and you look back, it's one of the pauses. Whenever we put these clips together, a lot of mine always comes with pauses, don't they?
Yeah, the episode's only going to be about 5 minutes long.
It's when you have kids and you look back and then you can sort of see how your dad maybe struggled at the time because of how, because you know how it feels to be a parent.
Yeah.
And you sort of think, oh, God, I wish they'd maybe done that with me or God, they found time to do... My dad used to play football with me, like kicking the football around in the back garden for, like, I don't know, so many times after work and he'd been slogging his guts out.
Yeah.
Play 3 and in football.
What's that?
3 goals. So you'd have a little goal.
Yeah.
I don't know,
So
probably
you
about
pick it in 3 times and go in?
No, I'll tell you if you
Sorry, go on.
shut your cake hole for a second. So the goal was about 6 foot wide by about 5 foot high. It was really small. But you start with the ball, so one of you being goal, and then you have to score 3 goals, and then you swap, and we'd play that for like an hour when he got in from work.
Oh, wow.
As soon as he got in, I'll be on at him. Let's go play 3 and in, play 3 and in, play 3 and in. And I would imagine I was like Paul Gascoigne with the ball. And
You look a bit like Paul Gascoigne.
he's a love him. He is not one of my heroes, but he's the only person I'm not bothered about meeting anybody famous other than Paul Gascoigne.
Have you never met him before?
No.
Paul, if you're listening,
I I can come and cook for you.
Make this man's day.
Just my day.
Yeah, he just wants
We
to.
can go out fishing.
He wants to touch
Loves
your
his
face.
Only his face.
Yeah, yeah. So, what's your earliest memory of your dad?
Earliest memory of my dad.
That's a lot of blank space.
That is a lot of blank space. I was trying to think. I've got a couple of negative ones which I can't talk about. Nothing that was bad.
No.
But to do with his sort of family and him getting upset and that.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
not
no, it's not
appropriate
right,
to talk
no.
about that. Earliest memory of my... Do you know what? I know exactly what it is.
Go on.
So we're both big football fans, big Spurs
I know.
fans.
Yeah, you always go on about that all the time. Was Gascoigne Spurs? He wasn't, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was. Okay.
And he owned a shop, like a corner
Gascoigne
shop.
or your
No,
dad?
my dad.
Sorry, go on.
And it was 1987.
Your dad owned a corner shop?
Yeah.
How fucking cool? What was it called? Oh, God. This episode is
How
called...
weird is...
This
Do you know
episode's
what?
called Blank Space.
Do you know what?
What?
That's just hit me like a ton of bricks because I've absolutely no idea.
Okay.
You speak to anybody that lived at Wayne House Corner, there might be people... If there's people listening to this and they remember my dad owning the shop, so he used to wear a blue jacket and they used to... Like my mates would go in and get sweets and all that.
Yeah.
Like before Morrison's and that, before... My dad would sell apples, whatever. He was selling...
And pears?
All sorts of crap he would sell.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I actually don't know the name of his shop.
Oh, we'll have to find out.
So it was always the corner shop
Yeah.
because it was on the corner. That's
Yeah,
what
well,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I always called it.
Guess that, yeah. That's well crazy. Isn't it crazy?
I'm going to phone him after this. That's really profound, actually. So he's like really well known for having that shop.
Will he be up now?
He probably would be.
Phone him. Come
So
on.
phone him.
Phone him. Can you put him on loudspeaker?
Yeah. He'll go,
I can't, that's crazy. Can't.
yeah.
Let's see. This is new for
I was just reading out his number then.
Yeah, don't read out his number.
1, 2, 3,
Everyone will
4.
start. Hold it to your mic.
Yeah. It's like, hi, we're live on Radio 1. Mum will answer. What time is it?
9:30.
So I phoned him on Dad's mobile. He wouldn't have a clue how to answer it. I remember he tried answering a TV remote control about 20 years ago,
Oh, bless him.
thinking it was a phone. It was slightly dark. He was okay then. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh,
We'll have
never
to
mind.
find out. Sorry, that
Yeah.
was a good one. Anyway, so it was 1987. Spurs were in the FA Cup final against Coventry. It was Coventry. Yeah, sure it was. And I remember my dad had a little black and white TV, and he had it at the end of the shop on the counter. And he was like trying to watch it, and he was serving people. And I remember I was sat up on the counter, or around, or on a seat. And I remember like just being, I remember having this overwhelming emotion that, oh my God, my dad loves this. Like, I'm like, this is really cool. I'm like in with his work and yeah, I remember not being fascinated by the football specifically, but fascinated by the whole thing of what he was doing, that he was trying to work, but he was trying to watch the TV, Spurs lost, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But that's my early, yeah.
That's amazing. So, and that's interesting, just from an outsider's perspective, because obviously that, you know, you're very much like that now, aren't you? Like, I know, like, from a metaphoric point of view, like, you know, but doing, like, you know, work and play and
he's always been my idol, always. There he is over there. Great lump. Always called him Don.
We should point out he's not actually over there.
No, I just saw a picture of him. Do
over in
you
the
know what? I've called him Donkey, Donk, for well over 30, maybe 35 years, 45. I would probably say knocking on 35 years. I've absolutely no idea why.
Wow.
No idea why. I do call him Dad sometimes.
But mostly it's Donk.
Donk.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. But as you know, I have nicknames for everyone.
Yeah.
My dad's it's stuck.
So what? I mean, obviously talking about influence. Like, what would you say is the biggest influence?
Work.
So your dad's like how he was with work.
Yeah, if I had to say one thing,
Yeah.
it would be like just work. If you want something, just work for it.
Yeah.
Just grind and just push and don't stop until. But what I have learned is you don't work and like till you kill yourself.
No.
Because I think that was from that generational thing though. Like it was like work until you drop sort of thing. But I've sort of learned you don't necessarily have to do that. But no, he taught me the right things on that.
And you've always lived here, haven't you? Like not here, but like in Cornwall.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, I have. Yeah, I moved away a little bit, and also my other memories of him in the shop.
I only needed one, buddy.
No, I'm going to say another one.
Sorry, go on.
The way he was with people.
Yeah.
I remember him serving and being a certain way, and I always wanted a shop to be that way.
Well, it's one of those dreams, isn't it? Like I don't know about you, but I used to play shops. When I was a kid, like, and you had one. You had a real life.
Yeah.
shop. Did he let you go in and like take sweets without paying and stuff like that? Or
I can't remember. Maybe.
No.
He probably made me pay. He probably did. You want that bloody penny sweet, boy? It's going to cost you a penny. You pay up. I'm taking out your bloody pocket money.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, he was hard. He was a hard parent.
Yeah.
He was there a lot, but he also wasn't there a lot because he worked a lot.
Yeah.
And he liked to go, and the pub was like 50 yards away.
What? The Wayne House Inn.
Yeah,
or whatever
like
it's
right,
called.
just like 10 seconds walk. So you'd have to detour most evenings when you come on. If you've worked like 10 hours,
Yeah.
you'd have to you'd have to have a couple of pints in them. And then we lived about a mile and a half from there, so you just wander back.
Walk home.
Yeah.
So what, out towards Crackington or the opposite way? Because you're talking about on the crossroads, aren't you?
No, so Roast Care, so the next turning right.
Yeah, oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
down there.
Is that where you used to live? That's amazing. That is crazy.
So what's your first memory?
Well, I had a biological dad who was my mum's first husband, obviously, and it's very, very flaky. I don't even know really what went on or what happened, but I have one memory of him, and that was he brought me a robot. I think he must have been visiting me at my house. So I lived with my mum. I lived with my mum in a masonette.
Oh, so they'd split?
Yeah. I think they'd
right,
split,
okay.
yeah.
I wonder why he'd be taking it to you if he was already there.
Yeah, no, he was visiting. He was visiting me, and he brought me. And I remember it being really cool. It was like it had like a TV remote on this robot. I mean, you've got to remember, we're talking like, I must have been like 3 or something like that, 2 or 3.
So 35 years ago.
Long time. So this was like probably pretty fucking cool toy. Do you know what I mean? And it was a robot, and it broke. I remember it broke, and like my mum was laughing, and I remember feeling quite upset because he'd obviously bought this for me, and that's the one and only memory I have of my real dad. And then, you know, my mum got together with the next door neighbour, who literally lived next door to us. That's obviously what a next door neighbour is. Who became my stepdad. And you know, as I've already spoken about, you know, my memories of him, my first memories of him, and primary memories are him abusing me. You know,
so it's your stepdad that abused you?
Yeah. But I was, you know, he adopted me. So as far I see him as, and I refer to him as my dad, because ultimately, you know, he adopted me at a very early age, like 2 or 3 years old.
Well, like properly, officially,
yeah.
Holy shit! I never realised that.
So he became my dad, you know, and I've only got that one memory of my. I don't remember what he sounds like. I don't really, when I think of
your
him,
biological dad.
Yeah. Excuse me. When I think about I can't remember. You know, like sometimes when you have a dream and you don't see their face, but you know who they are. That's what my memory is like. Like I can't see his face. All I can see when I recall that memory is this playing with this robot. I know he's there.
Yeah.
But I can't. It's almost like I didn't look up at him
Yeah.
and record that bit.
Yeah.
You know, it was just.
And you got no. Did you see him after?
No,
Where did he
no,
go?
I don't know. Yeah.
Holy shit balls.
So yeah, I've not that. So and then yeah, my. You know, as I said, as I've mentioned, you know, from like 6 to kind of 10, primarily abuse.
So how long was he in your life for then? Before?
Who? My stepdad.
Yeah, your stepdad.
I don't know. It was a really weird setup. So we basically lived. We grew up in a little village called Upstreet, and we had there was these masonettes. No, were they masonettes? Yeah, it was like a block of masonettes, and basically really weird. So me and my mum lived at number 1. My stepdad and his wife lived at number 2. And then my nan and granddad, my mum's mum and dad, lived at number 3. So it was the bottom floor. Really strange. It was really great because I could go and see my nan and granddad. I used to knock on the door every morning. It's really weird. I had like you've got your diary. I had like a little black, probably like an A5 diary. And I used to knock on the door every morning saying, it's a council. I don't know why I did that. I used to go in and have breakfast and see them and stuff like that. But I used
That's
to
lovely though.
Yeah, so I've got more memories of of spending really good time with my nan and granddad. You know, they were, my granddad sounds a little bit like your dad. You know, really like worked hard,
Yeah.
but maybe because they were publicans. They used to have a pub. Obviously, it's, again, that's what publicans do. So I don't know what happened. I just know that my stepdad and my mum got together.
Sort of just not just happened, but as in, from
I
what
imagine,
you recall, it's sort
I
of.
think they're probably having an affair.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I
Yeah.
mean, you know, the woman next door, and then we moved. Yeah, we moved over into Canterbury.
So how old are you when your mum and biological dad split?
Well, I don't know. All I remember is that one memory of my. I don't know if they'd already split by then, and that's why he was coming to see me. I suppose they must have done, but I don't remember the split. I don't remember. I used to live in a place called Beltinge near Herne Bay.
Belt what? Sorry.
Beltinge, not Beltminge. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember, growing up in all
So
that
how
kind of
far
stuff.
did you move away from the Maisonette house to Canterbury? Did you say?
Yeah, so that's it's a bus journey away.
Fucking Holsworthy's a bus journey away. Scotland's a bus journey away, dude.
It's probably like from here to Launceston.
Okay.
So it's not,
Right, no,
Lanson.
Lanson. I don't know why I asked. I was just curious on. So then your mum and your dad, your stepdad, set up home.
Yeah, so he set up home, and the kind of and then it was a really weird relationship with him because, and when I look back at it, it doesn't really make sense to me, and it's only as I'm starting to understand it now that it does make sense, if that makes sense. Because obviously, he was abusing me, like horrendously through that time. We're talking like pretty much daily.
Jesus wept.
And I would say the majority of my memories are of him abusing me, and I've said this before, I can visualize it. In fact, the majority of my memories are my abuse. They occupy 95% of my brain all the time. And then, and I can smell it, and I know it's vulgar, but I have to say that, it's very vivid, being, those kind of memories. But then it just feels weird saying it, but then, we did have some good times.
I was going to say that,
yeah.
and
No,
I know I can say that, but and we're trying to talk about the influences, whether it be negative or positive.
Well, look, I mean, so he used to have a job. He was a sign writer back in the time, I remember him had this black pole with like a white bit of cloth on the end, and he used to use that, I think, but it was like so people would, before we had like all this kind of tech and stuff now, you would get like a wooden board, and then someone would come along and
proper sign write,
your shop, and he used to do that for a living, and then for whatever reason he stopped, and my mum and dad were mostly unemployed for the majority of my life. Well, when I was with them. But he was into things like family trees. He was obsessed with genealogy and family trees and stuff like that. We used, most of the time we would go. It sounds really boring. I mean, it was boring. So in Canterbury, there's a records office. Talking about it makes me want to fall asleep. And you go in this room and it's deathly quiet, and they've got like microfiche readers. Do you know what a microfiche reader is? Do you know what a microfiche reader is?
It sounds like a speech impediment.
A microfiche reader.
No, absolutely. So it's not one of those big lens things, is it?
It's a bit like that. So most of the records are transcribed. Pictures are taken and they're put onto like negatives.
Yeah.
And then they're on a reel. So you put it on one end and you turn it and it goes under this thing and you can see it on the screen. And it's basically all like... But yeah, I know, that's the thing. So most of my time was spent doing that for hours and hours. Just
seriously,
going through.
was it?
Going through one, are there any of our family on this page? If there is, I write it down. If there's not, we go to the next page. And this is like records...
What a weird character. Not you.
Records from like...
I don't even know what to call them.
1500s. So it's all like kind of, scroll. And then they used to be able to go to London, and there was a records office in London, and it was fucking huge, and it was all basically, like your birth certificate. Your birth certificate, like our birth certificates.
Yeah. Birth certificate.
They are in what's like an index, like a. I know.
Fucking
Like a phone directory. So you go in, you pull out this great big fucking book, and it's huge, and it's all in alphabetical order. And you go down, you go, oh, there's Dave Sargent, and you'll be in this, and then it'll give you the number from your birth certificate, and then you can order a replacement if you want to. And that is what we used to do every Saturday.
But just ordering birth certificate replacements. Who's we going to order this one?
No, he basically was anyone with our surname, which used to be James. That was basically, we would write down, and then he would see if he could put that person on the family tree. So he would, because it would say like who his mother is and stuff like that. And it was boring as... That was pretty much what I used to do, like, throughout my
just
childhood.
Just you and this fella?
Well,
or
you
your
can
brother
call him
as
my
well?
dad, yeah. No, it's fine.
But
he was my dad.
Okay, sorry.
And
just feels weird saying that.
And that's what we did. But, as far as any other memories, he used to hit me with a belt. He used to hit me with a slipper.
I got cuffed on the back of the legs with a slipper.
Yeah, stuff like that.
My mum would give me a good hammering on the back. Not good hammering, that sounds terrible. Like, as I was running off, she'd whack me with the slipper, and I got no problem with that at all. Wait till your father gets home, I'll be absolutely shitting bricks. Yeah. And all he'd have to do is just look at me when he got in. I'd literally be like...
Yeah.
Be absolutely petrified. I've got the dad stare down. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good one.
So
what's your... Sorry, what's your... What... to repeat what you asked me about the influence that your dad... What's the sort of... overriding, have you got a memory that you're like, do you know what, that's what he taught me? Is there something you can say?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
And, no, there is, and that is to be as fucking opposite from him as possible. You know, he was a manipulative, horrible human being. I can't actually think of one nice thing, and I've got to be really clear, because I would be so honest with you. Like, I'm not just saying this because of what he's done. Like, I actually cannot think of one property that I could take away from him that was a good thing. You know, he didn't work hard. He cheated on my mum umpteen times. You know, he was lazy, fucking manipulative, looking at my sausage fingers. He, you know, there was nothing good about him at all. Why are you laughing? Because my sausage fingers? No? Go on. What is going on? What?
Carry on.
No, go on. Go. No, we're not.
No, please carry on.
No.
No, you.
You've got to now.
I think I can say it.
You've got to say it. You've got to say it.
No, it's wrong.
No.
No, it's wrong.
No, you've got to say it. Come on. You've got to say it.
No, because the humour's terribly dark.
No.
It's
What,
like,
were you going to say you cheated on
like-
your mum with me? That's what you said, wasn't it? No. I didn't mean me. I meant other people. And then he's cheating on me. What is going on? Come on, David, spit it out. That's what I used to say to him. Come on. No, that was it. Was it? Oh. What, come on, David, spit it out?
No. Oh, God.
Oh, you're going to hell.
Oh, God.
Yeah. No, it's
Thank
all
Christ you've got a good sense of humour.
cool. Oh, I have. So, yeah, there's nothing...
That was a killer.
My life has basically been about me... Oh, God. My life has basically been about me running away from that. Not running away, that's the wrong word. Like, just making sure that whatever he would have done...
Yeah, trying to be as far away.
I do
Yeah.
the opposite.
For goodness. No, but you've always said some stuff you've said about him, not just about the abuse, just sounded horrible.
Yeah, he's a slimy cunt.
Just...
Oh, sorry, that was a bit much. Yeah. Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know what? In the context of things, I'd prefer we didn't use that language, but I think we're all right with using it with that.
Yeah.
With him.
I apologise.
Excuse me. God,
So yeah,
I've been gulping too much.
Oh God.
Too much air, Stephen.
Oh. I'm just letting you go because it's brilliant.
Come on,
David. You got
David.
this.
You
got this.
you're a professional.
You are a professional.
I don't know what that. Okay, so just a question, slightly. No, it's not off piece at all. Have you ever tried getting in contact with your biological dad?
I have. Yeah, I have. Fairly recently as well. So about. I spoke to. I spoke to his sister, and he'd moved up to Scotland basically. But she didn't have a number for him. So I don't know. There's obviously something going on there. And yeah, I did do a little search for people with his name in Scotland. There was a couple of people. I was at one stage when I thought I'd found him. It turned out it wasn't him. And then, you know, I did have one of those thoughts. I had one of those thoughts. It's like, what am I trying to get out of this? You know, I don't need I don't think there's anything that a father could give me now that I just don't need it. I don't need.
Well, if you don't feel like that,
if I got to 39, 38, sorry.
I was going to say you're not 39.
Without parents having any influence on my upbringing, no, I've not always got it right, and I've made some pretty shit decisions in my life, right?
Yeah, but who has got it right?
What's the point in connecting with them now?
Well, it depends on if you feel like you should, then you should. If you're not that.
Well, I think I could and should. Yeah, I mean, should I? Could I? Yeah, probably. I mean, I could hire a fucking private detective or something like that, like Ace Ventura or something. Should I? Maybe.
Should you?
Yeah, should I?
What do you mean, should you?
Maybe, But look,
what do you mean by should? No
should
one's
I?
telling you whether
they're
you
not.
should.
No, they're not. But I mean, would it be nice? I just think it would be weird now. It's too long. I mean, the guy obviously isn't interested in finding me. So... And he, I was adopted, so there obviously wasn't much of a fight there. It's so, and there's not. That sounds like I'm not. I don't know him.
No,
it could just be like a stranger. Well, he is a stranger. I didn't know him. That's my only memory is him bringing me a robot. And I know he looks like me, a bit like Peter Sutcliffe. Maybe he was Peter Sutcliffe. That's not funny, is it? I mean, maybe it was him. Maybe that's why I can't find him. Yeah, but yeah.
I need to grow up. Yeah, it's hard to comment on that. As in, should you do it? I don't know. It's whatever you feel.
No, not at all. No, I'm not.
You don't. Your eyes
one.
are telling me you're not. Like, if you were to meet him tomorrow, great. If you weren't to meet him tomorrow, you're not that arsed.
I just don't think.
Your eyes telling me no,
but my body.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's a joke there.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there is many.
But I just don't think there's a point. So the influenza. How has my father? Well, he has influenced my life because he taught me the best thing he taught me was how not to be a father, and that and that's great as far as I'm concerned. And that's I thank him for that.
Yeah.
That is, if you could write a rule book at everything not to do to your child and how not to treat your child, it would be a bestseller, and that's.
You could probably write a good book.
Oh, definitely.
I think.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think everyone's got a book in them, as they say.
Well, I never had a book in me. No, that was not. I don't think. Oh, he couldn't read. That was the other thing. He obviously wasn't very good at reading body language either, but he couldn't read. He's really strange guy. But yeah, so that's I suppose. Whew. Naturally, then, what would you say? So you're a father now. How do you find that? And
weird.
And what are you? Are you trying to be different than your dad in a way? I mean, I know you've got a great relationship with your dad, and I know, but I mean, we all kind of translate things a little bit differently and stuff. I
try not to work as much.
Yeah,
believe it or not. Yeah. And again, I've taken that as a positive that he's taught me. Actually, you shouldn't work as hard. He's going through his mental health issues.
Yeah.
And I've learnt from all those things. So I can only take positive. Really, it's nothing.
Yeah.
To put towards my kids.
How do you find being a dad?
It's the weirdest thing. Yeah. Because I look back and I think, I'm like 44, and I was thinking, how old? Where were we? When my dad was 44, and what was I like, and where was I? And I think, Christ, back So I do that quite a lot. I'll do it at least once a month, at least.
What, think that?
Yeah, think that, and just think, oh, where was he? What was he doing? Would I have upset him then if I was doing something? How are we hanging out? Would I have spoken to him? And just all manner of different things.
Yeah.
And then I think, oh, this is how I am. Yeah, Christ, it must have been like, if I'm struggling sometimes, like, was my dad struggling at 44?
Probably.
Yeah.
How do you seek to influence your kids, would you say?
How do I just be positive?
There's that. So, if you imagine one of the hardest things that I've ever done. One of the hardest things I've ever done is write my own eulogy. Have you ever done that?
No.
So you should try that. It's really difficult.
Write my own eulogy.
Yeah. And my question to you then, David, is, what would you... and I apologise if this makes you emotional, because I know what you're like. But what would you...
I'm going to deliberately not cry now.
No, don't cry. What would you want Alf and Harv to say at your funeral when they're stood up at the front?
Jesus Christ. Not that. Jesus Christ. Oh God, what would I want them to say? Yeah, that's a quite a... Yeah, that brings up all sorts of emotions. Stop staring at me like a prick. His eyes going, cry. It'll be good. It'll be good for ratings. He knows what to say. Cry.
Onions.
Yeah. What would I want? I just want him to say I just tried my best to be the best person I could.
Yeah.
And that I was always there if they needed me.
So,
if they needed me, yeah. I wouldn't want anything to... They could say whatever they wanted. I wouldn't...
No, but imagine like Max and Alf sat here, we've popped our clogs. They've taken the pod forward. It's an idea, boys, if you're interested.
Yeah.
And they're sat here doing this episode, and they're saying, "Oh, what was your dad's biggest influence on you?" Like, that's what Max is saying. What do you think he'd say?
I don't know. Probably about work. Probably something to do with work.
Elaborate.
It's really interesting. I don't know. Just something to do with work, because I really don't know. I'm not sure. Just believe in yourself and just maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Always just say to him, you can do whatever you want to do.
So
There's nothing stopping you from doing anything. What do you think yours would say? Your Max or Grace?
Or Paige?
Yeah.
I'm not sure either. No, I'm not sure. I think, I wouldn't say I'm a conventional dad. And I might be being... Someone said to me once that I'm my own worst critic.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are, though.
Yeah. But I think one of the... And I'm not pretending to be unique, but a really good analogy that I use is that, I'm playing the same game as everyone else, but I was never given the rule book. I've never had the rule book.
No.
And that
you say that a lot, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you say that a lot about the things you do in your life as well.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, people get their rule book from their mum and dad, and that's kind of what we're talking about today, that kind of inspiration and the influence. And I think growing up, being a father's been really difficult for me, because I don't really know how to do it. And I know a lot of people don't know what to do it.
But you haven't got any reference point.
I haven't got any reference.
Yeah.
And that's why I think I've got better. But yeah, it's
all a learning process anyway. You've got to try to...
No, it is.
You're feeling your way through everything.
I'd like to think my kids know that I work hard for them, that I try and give them everything that they want, which is not necessarily a good thing all the time. I definitely didn't spend enough time with them when they were growing up, enough quality time. Hearing you talk about how when you got home, your dad used to play football with you every night. That really hurts me, like, to hear you saying that. Like, it makes me really quite upset. Because I don't do things like that. And there's been many a time when, I mean, I reckon, you know, my son would love to do that. And I'm very much like, I'm too tired, I've been at work all day, I just want to sit down. And then I look at the effect that that's probably had on him. Like, so he doesn't ask anymore. And he will just play on his computer or stuff like that. And I think, yeah, do you know what? It wouldn't take a lot. It wouldn't have taken a lot just to kick a ball about with him, and that would probably mean the world to him, you know. But I very much looked at my children. This is something I discussed at therapy. I very much looked at my children as tasks to do. You know, they, you know, it wasn't I've got to get home. Oh, I've got to get home. It was like, you know, got to go home and make dinner. Got to go home and play with the kids. You know, it's not, rather than something to enjoy. And I think if I ever had, which I won't, the opportunity to have another child, you know, it would be different. And my only advice is, you know, they grow up so fucking quick.
It's horrendous, isn't it?
And I think I've been a good person in their life, and I mean, both my girls work. You know, they're still at college and stuff as well, but you know, their spare time they work.
Yeah.
You know, Max is at the moment just starting up a little thing. He's been collecting golf balls, and he's been cleaning them all, and now he's got a little plan of how he's going to sell them and stuff like that.
But that's a way you can, not that you don't connect with him, but that's a way you can...
No, but even little things, you know, like a couple of days ago, he said, "Dad, can you help me laminate?" He printed it out. "Can you help me laminate them? Because obviously I want to take them out and I want to sell these golf balls." And obviously I'd totally forgotten about it, and I woke up this morning and they were laminated on the side, and it hurt. It hurt because I was like, you know, I didn't make time for him like that.
It's only sort of 5 minutes, isn't it?
It was less than that. But it would have meant the world to him, but it would have only taken me 5 minutes of my time.
So you're going to try to...
I need to. I do, because it will be too late. You know, and that's...
I'll be sat here in 10 years and you'll be saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
No, absolutely. And you know, and I think I can't help but think I spend so much time trying to be, you know, the opposite of my dad, that I miss stuff in the middle. You know, the extremes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
You've gone,
you know,
so far away.
Yeah. That I miss, but again, because I just look at, you know, I mean, I didn't have many clothes, for example. I never had anything, so I make sure my kids got everything they want, you know. But of course, that then misses all that. Ironically, all those times we went to the records office and stuff like that, as boring as it was time that we were spending together. You know, quality time. So yeah, it's an odd one, you know.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is
when
really
you think
weird.
about that, what you just said is weird.
Oh yeah, and
Well,
it
it's
is
not weird.
it is weird. I mean, I can talk about it. You know, it's fine. But that's what it was. You know, it was boring. You know, but it could have been just as easy. Now, okay, it opens up cans of worms. You know, was he keeping me with him so that I didn't tell his mum what he was doing? I don't know. Right, that might be the situation. But at the end of the day, that's what we did. You know, so I don't know. But obviously, I don't spend anywhere near enough time with my kids, and the girls. You know, it's too late now. They don't want to. Yeah, if I said to them like, "Can we go on a walk?" or that'd be fine. But they've got their own. You know, Paige's going to be 18 in a few months' time. You know, Max is is still there, but he's very close to being. He's already started going out on his own and stuff like that. So
you should make the change before it's too late.
Yeah, 100%. And I want to be a real positive influence on their life.
No, you are a positive influence. You're just not maybe doing it in the way you think's right.
Well, I don't know what's right.
Or not right, because you're doing the right things.
Yeah.
But I think even if you ask like parents that are like, give them everything they spend, they do everything they can, I think all parents are the same. I think they still think, oh my God, I didn't do enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have spent more time. I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, but dads, I know mums work as well, but dads work, if they want to provide for their family, dads need to be out, grinding it out and working.
Yeah. But yeah.
So it's a hard balance for a father to get that right. And we're working a lot and trying to be a positive influence, as in the home life positive influence.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, and yeah, actually, and I spend a lot of my energy on my relationship with Ria. She is very much, for me, very much that primary person in my life. So I'm not using that as an excuse, but it's like I would rather spend time with her than necessarily go and kick a football around or something like that. But I need to think long term. I need to think that ultimately, I love my children to bits, and I'm blessed that I have them in my life. But I just wish I was more for them.
But you can change that.
I can, I can change that. I'm not sure.
Why are you so hesitant?
Well, I'm not sure how necessarily.
But you just.
Well, I know, but Max doesn't want to go and play ball now.
So sit in the room with them and play computer games.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, it's simple.
No, it's
really simple. Like 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Draw some shit with him.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the phone? Play a game with him on the phone. Like, you can get those games where you like play snooker. Where you play. What's going on with that?
I don't know. That's a bit strange, isn't it? That's really weird. I wonder what that's all about.
Where you play pool, and then you play for like days on end.
Yeah.
Why is that doing that? It's fireworks on the screen.
That's really strange. I don't know. I wouldn't worry.
Okay. One last thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
Was what I want to do. I listened to a podcast ages ago, about 2-3 years ago, and it was, and it said about why leave it till when someone dies to tell them how you feel. Like you stand up and go, "Oh, this was the greatest person that ever lived." And so I want to do that for my parents, not stand up in front of them, but give them like, just say sort of what I would say at their funeral.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that idea.
Yeah, and I'm definitely going to do it before my mum and dad lose the plot or shift on to somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think that's important.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's really, I think that's so important. It's a really weird thing to do.
Not weird. I think it's uncommon.
Yeah, I think it's weird as in like, it's not exactly the norm, but
No.
I think it's really important. It's really important that because why would it's funny, isn't it? We leave it to, and then someone dies
And we leave it.
and we're like, oh, Stephen, I really loved your sausage fingers and the way your head just shone in the light and and the stupid fucking analogies you'd give every time. But why not say that now?
Yeah.
I love your sausage fingers, Stephen.
Yeah.
I love the way when you tilt your head back and the light just reflects off your forehead and it blinds me.
And
what was the other thing I said?
the analogies.
Oh, the stupid fucking analogies are amazing.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. You're amazing too.
Oh. What a load of bollocks. No, but what? But why leave it?
Yeah. No, don't. We don't do it enough. We don't tell the people around us that we love them and what the good things are about them and the bad things, and how they have an influence on your everyday. Because it's not just your father, your mother. Excuse me.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought we were building up for a big crescendo then, and you just yawned.
there's a lot of people in your life that influence you. And I've started a new family, and I hope I am a positive influence in their life.
You are. You need to start thinking more positively rather than going, I hope. You are. If you start using the right language towards yourself,
might help.
Rather than because you sound like, I hope I am. Well, you are.
Yeah. I'm just being honest. I'm not 100. I don't feel 100% like I am. But I do my best.
You can't do any more than that.
I do my best. Yeah, I do think I could do better. But
I think that's human nature. We all think we could do better at anything we do anyway.
Yeah, and as I progress through life and start to make my own rules and kind of see how people are, try and take cues off other people and how they are. I'm hopefully I'm getting better. But I just say it's important to me that I make sure my kids are rounded and they're set up and they're
if you want them
focused.
rounded, just feed them a lot.
I do.
They'll be really round then if you feed them. On that note, on that
bombshell.
dad joke.
Yeah, love dad jokes.
Stereotype.
We should do dad jokes, shouldn't we?
Yeah, maybe we
do
should.
A whole episode of dad jokes.
That could be really good.
Really
good. But we weren't going to do that sort of thing, were we? Say like, oh yeah, we'll have that on another episode.
No, you'd already said it.
You loved
about 3
saying
times.
that though. You said it twice before me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times.
Yeah. So interesting.
That's good. That I like that. I can get on with my day now. You can wake up.
Wow.
Your eyes are a little bit less bleary-eyed.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the kids say, actually. Maybe we could ask them. And
we've got an interesting meeting in a minute.
We have got an interesting meeting, top secret.
Yeah.
Right. We've got to get a little get, haven't we, to stop me having to lean over here and press
Go.
stop. Anyway, love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.